my channel. If you are new here, I am Emma and this is Just My Curves. You can also find me on Instagram. We are fat, we are sassy, and we are full of self-love. If you want to see how to get this Christmas glam look, then please keep watching. We've done a bronze sparkly eye, we've got a beautiful red lip. Nothing says Christmas more than a red lip. I am by no means a beauty YouTuber slash influencer, so please bear with me. I've tried my best. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think below. I will try and list all the products for you. Before we jump into the makeup, I just want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Oodie, Australia's #1 calming blanket. And let me tell you, it sure bloody is. So I know it's summer, but if you're like me and live in your aircon because you can't handle the heat, you can use these now. Otherwise, it's gonna be bloody great in winter. They make a great present. They are absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna insert a clip and show you what they look like, because when I pulled mine out of the packet, I don't think I've ever been so excited to put something on in my whole life. They've also very kindly given me a discount code for you guys for $30 off, so I'll pop that on the screen and I will also link it down below in the product description bar. Thank you so much to Oodie for sponsoring this video. If you would like to win an Oodie of your own, please keep watching and I will tell you at the end of the video how you can do so. Barefaced in my beautiful living room background that is very kid oriented. I've already done my eyebrows just because like I really don't do much to them at the moment. I've just tinted them, so yeah, there's nothing to really show you. I just fill in the little sparse bits a tiny bit with a little bit of dip brow and that's it. Right, so I asked you what you wanted to see and you voted Christmas glam. So I think we're gonna do a basic eye and then a red lip. My go-to Christmas look. I would usually start with my eyes, but because I'm only going to put bronzer on my eyes today, I am going to start with my base. I'm going to start with the Coconut Smoothie Skin Primer, and it is amazing. I wish you had smell-o-vision. So it's just beautiful and hydrating. It's more like skincare than it is a primer. Next, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. This is in shade Baklava because I do have a tan, so it is quite a tan shade. And I'll just put one pump on my beauty blender. This is from Morphe, which is now available at Mecca, which is awesome. What's everyone doing for Christmas this year? We always pretty much stay home. Most of my family are here or in Brisbane. So we stay home and spend Christmas together. Benji's family is in Samoa, so one year we'd love to go for Christmas, but it's quite expensive. I don't like putting too much product on my forehead because I do have a big frown line across my forehead, so the more makeup that goes on, the more makeup goes into the great depths of my crevice. Don't worry too much about don't worry too much about under your eyes either, because we're going to put concealer there, so you don't really need to have that much coverage. So I've just done my entire face, and I have a lot of face with one pump of that foundation. I love it. If I'm going like full glam going out at night, I'll do 2 pumps and have a really kind of heavier base. But for a daytime Christmas glam, I am very happy with that. So yeah, we just stay home at Christmas time, go to my mum's house. She's got a beautiful big property and a huge beautiful pool. We take all the kids out there swimming for the day and do a big Christmas lunch. It's really fun. Make sure you blend down your neck as well. Very important. And up into your hairline and your ears. You don't want to have a mask. So now we're going to go in with some concealer. Oh, I also have lash extensions on. I need an infill, but I also have lash extensions on. So usually I would start by gluing up my lashes and just setting them to the side to let them get nice and tacky. That would be literally the first thing I do. But because I've got lash extensions on, I don't need to worry today. I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape in Medium Honey. In the viewfinder, this looks like it's way lighter than my skin, but it's not. It's probably maybe like two shades lighter, and when we blend it out, it won't be so stark. You'll see what I mean. I like to let my concealer just sit on my face for a minute. I never put any on my forehead because, like I said, I have that big crater. I just let it kind of sit in my skin just for a little bit, and then I'll blend it out. And I also go over my eyelids and use that as a base for my eyeshadow. So while I'm leaving my concealer to soak in and settle into my face, I'm just gonna carve my brows out with that concealer that I just popped on my eyelids. So I've just carved under my brows there. I feel like the concealer sits better if you just let it sit for a minute. So we just use the same beauty blender to bounce that concealer in. So I'll take some concealer up my nose and onto my forehead, but I don't put concealer on my forehead. And just blending this out under the eye. And on the eyelid. This is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour, which is a cream contour product. I am obsessed. Like, it is the best. So I'll just dab into it like this and then pat it just under my cheekbone. I'm gonna blend that out, don't worry. Now all of the cream products are done, I'm going to go in and set my concealer under my eyes. I like to bake. It's not for everyone, but I love it. And I use the Huda Beauty translucent powder in, it's called Sugar Cookie. And I use a little beauty blender like this that looks like a butt plug. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that to bake. And whilst that is baking, we can do some bronzing. But before we bronze, we want to just take a tiny little bit of that powder and do a light dusting over the rest of our face, because you don't want to put bronzer straight onto a cream product that hasn't been set, or you'll end up looking like literal mud. I, at the moment, because I have a tan, will be using Hoola Caramel. It's the next shade up from their original Hoola bronzer, which I use on most people, but I do tan. I know that like the light's quite bright, but my tan is quite dark at the moment, so I like to be a little more tan, a little more warm. So I'll just dip in with a little fluffy brush like this and just small circular motions, starting at the back and working inwards. Just pressing really lightly and making sure we're blending that right back up into your hairline. So basically everywhere that we've just put the cream contour, we're just gonna warm it up and set it with some of this powder, and same on the forehead. I don't contour my forehead too heavily because I feel like it's quite proportionate. Like, I don't want to bring it in too much. But you can really kind of go in on your forehead with a bronzer and it looks great. I just don't like doing too much, or else it kind of like makes my head even more of a square than it is. I also do like to take a cooler toned bronzer. This is the Maybelline City Bronzer in Medium Cool, and just get into the kind of upper portion of that contour line, just to make it a bit of a shadowy look, so it really does look like your cheekbones. And I'll only do it there, nowhere else. The next step to contouring is not totally necessary for everyone. I use the Hoola original color, and just do a little bit on my nose. You do want to do something on your nose. You can't just completely like foundation and powder it, or else it just disappears in your face. Like you do have to have, whether it's just like a splash of bronzer down the side or something, you just need something to make it stand out off your face if you are doing a full coverage look, or else it just, it disappears, it's gone. And what I'll do is take my Morphe sponge again and go right in on the side of my nose like this to give it a nice sharp line and make sure the bronzer isn't kind of like blurring back into my highlight. I'll also take that sponge on that sharp edge and cut my contour down to the corner of my mouth. So you want to start where your little tragus, is that a tragus? I think it's a tragus. You want to start your tragus, well, I know the piercing is a tragus, and cut down to the corner of your mouth. And that's the finished look. We're done. Congratulations. Just kidding. Okay, now we're going to do the eyes. So what I'm going to do is take the Hoola caramel powder that I put on my as my bronzer and just use it as eyeshadow. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's so easy, and because it's the same color as your bronzer, it just gives you the most beautiful bronzy glow. It just like ties everything together so nicely. Just a big fluffy brush, and you don't have to be precise. Like, this is seriously the easiest thing to do ever. And we just use it as eyeshadow. So right in your crease, you can fluff it right out. I like a big blown out fluffy look. But you can see how easy that is. Like, it's just the most simple eye look. Just to zhuzh it up a bit for Christmas, take some glitter glue, NYX or NYX, whatever you want to call it. You can get it at Priceline. You'll notice in my kit that I do have a mix of drugstore and high-end, and I've just found the stuff that works for me. I'm not averse to using drugstore products. I love NYX loose pigments, and I love their glitter glue. I love their eyeliner. Maybelline have some freaking awesome stuff. Like, whew, I love it. So I like finding a mix of both. I'm just going to take that glitter glue and use my finger and just tap it onto my lid sporadically. It doesn't have to be perfectly neat. It doesn't really matter. So the shimmer that I use is the Loose Pigment by NYX. You can see there, this is the bronzy color. I'll just take a little flat, fluffy brush and just tap that over that glitter glue. But this just helps it stay on. I find with loose shimmers, sometimes like they look great when you first put them on, and then after a couple of hours, they've kind of like disappeared into the rest of your makeup. If you just put a little bit of glitter glue on, they are going to stay put all night. I really hope that you can see how pretty that color is. We are going to dust off this bake. If you are going to do glitters and shimmers, I highly suggest doing them while you're still baking, because you can sweep away any of the glittery fallout very easily when you dust away all the excess powder. So we're just gonna finish off our base now with some blush. So I'm gonna dip into the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush, which I freaking love. It is so beautiful. This is in shade Party, and it is the most beautiful like rosy pink. And we just pop the blush just above where we've done our contour, but not too high up into our highlight. And I like blush to sit back here, not like right on the apples of your cheeks. I do go a little heavier with blush as well, just because it's generally the first thing that kind of starts wearing off on your makeup. Next, we're gonna highlight. I've just recently discovered this beautiful Maybelline Master Chrome highlight in Molten Rose Gold. It is the most beautiful color. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just gonna dip in a little bit. And I do like to take my highlight down onto my cheek so that you can still see it from the front, because I do like to be glowing. So this is the Anastasia AMREZY collab, and this is next level. and take a smaller brush and do my inner corner and my nose. And then my nose, so on the tip, and a little line here, kind of like an exclamation mark. And then I'll just pat that back because we don't want it to be seen from out of space. And my lip. We're gonna finish off underneath the eyes now, and I'm just gonna pop that bronzer, the same bronzer that we used on our cheeks and on our lids. I'm just gonna run that under my lower lash line, just to kind of have something on my eye and tie it all in together. I'm just gonna do a quick layer of mascara over my lashes just because they do need an infill, and I'm not too fussed on mascara, to be honest. Like, I have really short stumpy lashes, so it doesn't really matter what mascara I use. I don't really notice a huge difference. If I'm doing my makeup and I don't have lash extensions on, I'm definitely gonna be wearing like falsies anyway, so I don't really care about mascara that much. Okay, we are nearly finished. What we are gonna do now is the red lip. I swear by Jeffree Star lipstick. Love him or hate him, there is no denying that he has some of the best lipstick on the face of the earth. This is in shade Wifey, and it is the most beautiful red. I adore it. Oh, that color is just so stunning, and nothing says Christmas like a good red lip. Final step is this beautiful Flower Beauty, which if you haven't heard of, it's Drew Barrymore's beauty line, and it is so affordable. It's available at Chemist Warehouse locally to me. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, but in my area, Chemist Warehouse is where you get it. And this gloss, I love it. I've got it in a nude as well, and I love it. It's called Galaxy Glaze Holographic Lip, and I saw this sparkly red one, and I was like, I need that for Christmas. So it's not sticky at all either, which I love, and it's got these beautiful gold little reflex through it, and it's quite pigmented, so you can actually just line your lips with a red and then throw this gloss on, and it is quite a pigmented lip. You don't have to have a red lipstick under it, so I like that you can put it over a lipstick but also use it by itself. And to finish up, we are going to give our face a spritz with some Urban Decay All Nighter as usual. And trust me, your makeup is not going anywhere with that stuff. Okay, that wraps up my little Christmas glam video. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't usually do makeup on my YouTube. I kind of go live every now and then on Instagram, but let me know your thoughts below. I will try and list everything. I'll try and find it all for you. This is definitely my go-to Christmas glam look, and I hope that it helps you guys get glam this Christmas as well. Thank you again to Oodie for sponsoring this video. If you would like to win one for yourself, please comment down below where you're from and what you want for Christmas. Let me know what Sandy can bring you, and I will choose a winner next Sunday the 15th of December and post it out for you the following week, so hopefully you get it in time for Christmas. These make great gifts. I've actually grabbed a couple as gifts, but I'm not saying who for because they're probably going to watch this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in my next video. Mwah.